this is Lisa Liu for Acoustic Guitar Magazine, and today in this video we are going to take a look at tritone substitutions over a 1-6-2-5 chord progression. Okay, so what is a tritone substitute for a dominant 7 chord? Well, let's take a look at G7 for example. The thirds and sevenths of this chord are B is a third and the flat 7 is an F. And in a dominant 7 chord, you can play a tritone substitute, which means you go 3 half steps away. So that would be G to A is 1, A to B is 2, and then the last third whole step is D flat. And then if we play a D flat 7 chord, the thirds and sevenths of this chord are F for the third and B for the flat 7. And they're exactly the same for G7 as well as D flat 7. They share the same thirds and sevenths. So you can use the tritone substitute over a dominant 7 chord. And using the tritone substitute, because they share the same guts of the chord in thirds and sevenths, they're providing the same harmonic function. But if you use the tritone substitute, it gives you more of that out tension sound. So let's go over a 1-6-2-5 chord progression and see and just spell out what that looks like. So for instance, the 1 chord is a 1 major 7 or a 1-6-9, so C6-9. The 6th chord would be A7, and then the 2 chord would be D minor 7, and the 5 chord would be G7. So let's go ahead and find those tritone substitutes for the dominant 7 chords. So the first one would be A7. And if we play the tritone substitute, that would be, let's go ahead and find that. That'd be E flat 7, right? So we can play A7 or E flat 7, and we can play it here, or maybe we can play E flat 7 like that. And like I said before, for G7, to find the tritone substitute, let's go ahead and find that. 1, 2, 3. Play D flat 7 as a tritone substitute for G7. Okay, so I'm gonna play the 1-6-2-5 chord progression one more time. C major, A7, D minor 7, G7. Now let's play it with the tritone substitutes. C major, E flat 9, D minor 7, D flat 9. And it just adds a little bit more tension and color to it. Okay. So over this chord progression, I'm going to use the arpeggios as well. So I can play something like this for C major. Flat 7, D minor 7, D flat 9. Maybe the second time through, I'm just going to play the normal A7, D minor 7, and then G7. So using the tritone substitute, it just gives me more options, right? So I could play something like this. That's the straight up 1-6-2-5 chord progression. Now let's do the tritone substitutes. And it just adds a little bit more of that darker tension color to it. So I'm now going to just do some soloing. First, using the straight up arpeggios, C major, A7, D minor 7, G7, just to show you what that sounds like. My whole thought process there was just arpeggios using C major, A7, D minor 7, and G7. And in this next soloing example, my thought process is going to be using the tritone substitutes, which would be, again, C major, E flat 7 or E flat 9, D minor 7, D flat 7 or D flat 9. And you'll see how it just provides a different color to the whole thing. So here we go. And so by using the tritone substitutes for A7, I'm using E flat 7, G7 and D flat, it just creates more tension in a darker tone and gives you more variation soloing over a 1-6-2-5 chord progression. I'm Lisa Liu for Acoustic Guitar Magazine, and thanks so much for checking out this video.